Welcome to another Vintage League. Here today we're trying out a card from the Avatar set that I've wanted to play for a while, but wasn't exactly sure how to make it work in Zhao the Moonslayer. And I decided to try out Zhao in this sligh deck. Sligh being like burn with some creatures we'll get to in a second. Popular in pre-modern and for a number of reasons not seen at all in Vintage, but we're going to give it a shot because you want a lot of basic lands with Zhao, and Sligh has a lot of basic lands. As you can see, we're just playing Mountain here, which plays really nice with Zhao's ability of non-basic lands enter tapped, and it only costs 2 mana. And for cards that do have this kind of like land taxing ability, usually they start at 3 mana, like think Blood Moon, Magus of the Moon, Blood Sun, that kind of thing. Back to basics. But Zhao costs only 2, so 1 Mox and 1 land. You can play this on turn 1, and your opponent's, fetch comes into play tapped, and I want to fetch a land that also comes into play tapped. So you can see how this can slow your opponents down by quite a lot. But it also hits you, so ideally you want to play this card with a lot of basics, obviously Mountain, seeing as Zhao's red. So we're trying this out. It also has other abilities here. The 2/2 with Menace, so it's, fairly aggressive. And if you do somehow get the 7 mana, you can turn Zhao into a Blood Moon, which is pretty cool. A little unrealistic, but maybe mid-game it's possible, especially like a Black Lotus or something, or a Mana Crypt maybe. So the idea here is we're going to try and play Zhao turn 1 on the play, ideally, off of Mox Mountain. And we're going to support it with kind of a sligh strategy, burn and fast creatures that deal damage. So we've got Razorkin Needlehead, which whenever opponent draws a card, including in their draw step, they take a damage. It's sort of like an Orcish Bowmaster, but only deals damage to opponents, but it also hits them every time they draw in their draw step, which is pretty sweet. There's also just a 2/2 that's first strike on your turn, so pretty aggressive creature there. We've got Roiling Vortex. I think this one is probably one of the most important cards in the deck, especially for Vintage. So whenever an opponent casts a spell, if no mana was spent to cast it, they take 5 damage. So if you play this on turn 1 on the play, any Mox your opponent plays is going to hit them for 5 damage. Everyone, including you, also takes 1 every turn, and then the bottom part's also really important, because you can spend a red to prevent your opponent from gaining life. Lurrus of the Dream Den exists in this format. Creeping Chill exists in this format. Atraxa exists in this format. There's a lot of life gain, which is one of the reasons why I think this strategy is a bit suspect, but we do have 4 Roiling Vortex to try and turn off the life gain here, which is good. Smash to Smithereens, another one that I think specifically for Vintage is great because it destroys artifacts while dealing damage. That's obviously really important in Vintage. 3 Price of Progresses. I think you could play 4 of this one. I'm trying 3 for now. Just, potentially this can be, 3, 8 damage. It doesn't hit us at all because we got all basics against some opponents. We got the classics in here for Lightning Bolt, obviously. Put in 2 Chain Lightnings, our 1 Vexing Bauble, all of our, the fast mana. I even put in 1 Chrome Mox here, and in addition, just to try and get, the speed up as much as possible. We really want to be playing one of these things like turn 1. In addition to the Razorkin Needlehead for draw punishment, we've also got Scrawling Crawler. Deals damage when your opponent draws cards, including in their regular draw step, which is pretty good. Both of these play nice with Wheel of Fortune as like a mini combo. We got 2 Avalanche of Sector 7s. These deal damage whenever an opponent taps one of their artifacts. It's pretty sweet. It also can be quite big against some decks and has Menace. It is legendary though, and some decks don't play a ton of artifacts, so we're only going to run 2 of these. It's really great when it's great, but again, some decks it's just not very good. I think that's, Sudden Shock. This is kind of a concession to Lurrus and Psychic Frog. Psychic Frog being some of the best things to do in the format. The split second can't be countered or responded to, so you can just hit Lurrus right away, or if a Psychic Frog's in play with no counters on it, you can shock it and they can't respond to it by making it bigger, so it does kill the frog. It's pretty good. Similarly, we've got 2 Lithomantic Barrages, which can deal with some of the mono white initiative, Lurrus kind of creatures. Notably, it can also kill Orcish Bowmasters if we need to do that, because it can hit anything for 1, even if it's not white or blue. 1 Grim Lavamancer, obviously a bit suspect in the Orcish Bowmasters meta, but just having recurring damage is quite nice. So we're going to try one of those. Our 1 Little Misstep. I think that's it. That covers the main deck. Sideboard, we're really bad against Dredge in Counterbind, so we're really just hoping to dodge it here, but we got 4 cages and 4 Soul Guides in the sideboard for the Dredge matchup, just to make an attempt to try and beat it. Like, I don't think it's impossible, but it's probably like a 20 to 30% matchup. It's probably pretty bad. We can also bring it in against Oath, 2 Maddening Hexes to bring in against some of the combo decks. We really want to be playing against the combo decks like Lurrus PO, Lurrus Breach, Doomsday. Those are the decks we want to be playing against. But we have a little bit more to bring in against those because they can just be faster than us. So 3 Mindbreak Traps, 2 Maddening Hexes, and then 2 more Lithomantic Barrages, mainly for mono white initiative, but also for the Lurrus decks. All right, remember to like, subscribe, all that jazz. If you got any other ideas for cards that can be played in Sligh and Vintage, let me know down below, and I'll see you in round 1. Okay, here we go. Yes. Keep. All right. I think we do start off with the Vortex here. Yep. You do need a mountain. Yep. Yep. Let's see if they crack in response. They don't actually have to, because they can just crack the end of their turn, but they force that would be interesting. Yeah, so it's already tapped, so it doesn't actually change anything. Oh, it's gifts. Okay. Fair enough. Yep. Mountain. No. I think we do want to get the Avalanche down, so we're going to take our damage here and play our Avalanche of Sector 7. Yep. Take their ping. And we got there. All right. We're against Breach. I want the Maddening Hexes. Do not want the Lithomantic Barrages. think Zhao's worse on the draw. Do I want Trap or do I want Soul Guides? Try a Soul Guide. The sudden shocks are not great, but they do have Lurrus. Like we need to kill Lurrus, right? It's a little annoying. I think having some... We need one more card. Maybe 2 Soul Guides. Let's try that. Maybe we should have the Mind Breaks in. The deck tends to be a little slower. I don't know if that's really where we want to be. Yep. Spell Pierce on that. Consign. Let's get the Vortex down. Yep. Yep. They want to force it. Yep. Yep. Pretty good. Yep. So there's a good chance that they've got Mana Drain up. So I think we just hold this. Smash. Don't really want to just get domed by mana drain. We can help it. Yep. Blue. Probe. Let's try and smash the Sapphire and see what they do. They didn't even float, which was interesting. Alright, they're off it. Fair enough. Alright. Good match. Alright, here we go. We've got two Roiling Vortexes. We can't play them on turn 1. They're a lot worse on turn 2. I think that's a mulligan. Alright, well, I don't want to go any lower than this. So we will keep, but it's not amazing, obviously. Let's see what they're on. Human. Interesting. Don't know what this means at all. Let's play the Razorkin Needlehead. Then we'll pass. Humans is interesting. Curious what they're doing over there. Humans tribal, I guess. Fun. Colorless, white. Yep. Sure. That does block our Razorkin, annoyingly. We can sudden shock it and swing. I think is the right play there. Green, Noble Hierarchy. Yep. 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 White, white. Artifacts and creatures your opponents control enter tap. That's fine. See if they want to block here. They don't. That's fine. We're just going to get the Avalanche down. That way, when they pop the Soul Guide, we get a ping. We got 7 points of damage in our hand. Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm. That could be good. Let's see. They want to block here. Colorless. White. Cathar Commando. Yep. That's got Menace. Menace. You gotta read the card. It's got Menace. There you go. We could bolt the Cathar Commando. I don't even care, though. I just kind of just want to save the bolt. Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm. It's a good card. You got a lot of non-basics over there. Alright, so we're up against what appears to be unpowered humans, I think. Bring in our removal. This seems pretty bad. Roiling Vortex does not seem great. To be fair, a lot of cards don't seem great against them. The Avalanche just seem pretty bad. Maybe just to get the cycle, to be honest. Try that. I think this is like, we did get that game. I think this is just generally a bad matchup, though. Just structurally. Yeah, I mean, I'll keep it. Oh, they are playing as powered. Okay. Fair enough. I'm just gonna blow up the Pearl. Try to. Yeah. Yep. Okay. That's gonna hit our Pearl. Yep. We have too many lands. I think we are gonna hit this guy. Yep. Okay, it's a good one. A morph creature. I actually don't know what that is. Should I know what that is? What's the morph creature? What's the human morph creature? Den Protector. Interesting. Okay. I'm gonna take some damage here. Yeah. Yep. Wait. Swords? Swords would make sense. Human. No, not human. Oh, right, they can do that. Probably should have been aware of that. I think we're dead. We need them to play a non-basic land, and then I don't know. That is not a non-basic land. We only represent 6 damage right now. Yeah. Play a non-basic. Play a non-basic. Okay. We're still going to be short, I think. We can deal 2 here. That's it. And we're just going to die. That's annoying. We needed this to be a price of progress. That's what we needed, I think. That was our out. Now we have to chump block. Since we have to chump block, I think we have no outs. Maybe it was a mistake to use the price of progress and not hold it. Oh. I didn't read it. I can't block it. Okay. Fair enough. Um. I think we make no changes and just run it back. Play. Oh boy. Do we keep this just on the strength of Vexing Bauble? And just try and blow up their creatures, I guess. No possible play at all. Yep. Yep. That we can kill with Lithomantic Barrage. Okay. Fair enough. That's a good one. So let's hit MacD and play a Grim. Maybe I should not have played the... Luminarch Aspirant's a good one. That's a scary card. I think we take that one. We will try and kill that next turn. White, Cathar, sure. That's annoying. Yeah, being a 4/2 is a problem. Please play an artifact. That is a morph. That is not an artifact. Okay. Maybe I should have just killed it, actually. Hmm. Right, please play an artifact or a non-basic. Artifact or non-basic, please. And get the swords. That's not good for us. Or the Luminarch, yeah. Okay. Yep. Mm-hmm. So we represent not enough here. We've got 4, 5, 6. We need to draw a red burn spell, like a bolt or a chain lightning. Ooh, that's extremely lucky. That is extremely lucky, but I'll take it. Oh, they could have a swords, though. They have a swords in their hand. Oh, since we tapped out, they can gain life now. Yeah, they can swords their own creature. So we shouldn't have attacked there, actually. That was a punt. Yeah, they just swords their own creature and they win. So that was a big mistake there, attacking. If we didn't do that, we could have jump blocked. No, they would just actually no, we wouldn't, because they would have just swords the Luminarch. Yeah. I think they're figuring that they can swords their own thing and live. Oh nope. We got it. Alright, good game. Alright, here we go. I mean, we will keep this, and we will hope that we do not get, like, Void Mirrored. or a Vexing Bauble on turn 1, but I am not shipping it. We're gonna give it a whirl. They don't reveal Luris, they could definitely have, like, a turn 1 Bauble or something, but we will keep it. Maybe they're Dredge. I'm rolling the 5. What is a Molt of 5? Mono White Initiative, Dredge, Countervine kind of my guesses here. No Luris. Okay. Wasteland. Just resolves. Alright. What are they playing? Mono white, I guess. Yeah, mono white initiative. Alright. Got a Mox in there. Eldrazi, I see. Interesting. I think we just want to crack this right away. We really want to land. That's really what I want here. That's not what I want. Yep. 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 Okay. We can wheel, which is pretty good. Always yield. Got a red land. Alright. We got there. In a weird one where they mulled to oblivion. I think that was extremely lucky. So like Lithomantic Barrage is bad. Maybe on the draw we just play 2 traps. Don't like any of this stuff. Could just play like Soul Guides and cycle them, but we are not set up for this matchup. I think we're, even though we won game 1, we're still just like very much unfavored, which is kind of funny. I mean, I'll keep it. Yep. Sure. Yep. What is this keep? Play more non-basics. Play more non-basics. The null rod hitting our artifacts is pretty good, though. Our Avalanche is very sad. They have no Mox in. I think they're probably playing like an unpowered version. And our deck is like specifically designed to beat up on like the full Mox and stuff with Vortex and Avalanche. Very interesting arts. What is going on? Why are you not playing any cards? I don't even know which one I want. I think this actually just represents more damage, to be honest. I think this just represents more damage, to be honest. Yeah. Holy shield. Because we can hit them for 6. We need some more help, though. What is in their hand? We can hit them for 8. Jeez. I think they're trying not to tap their Ancient Tomb. I think that's the goal here. Like they can tap this for just green now. They still got 4 mana. I guess we should probably actually play this because they can take it out of our hands with the Thought-Knot here. I didn't even think of that. Which would be devastating. I think we do have to just play this. If it doesn't get taken this turn. If it does get taken this turn, then oh well, I guess. I didn't think of that. Blue. Mm-hmm. Bounces it. Yeah. Mountain would be a good draw. That is not a good draw. The thing is, we need the pressure anyway. Just hitting them for 8 doesn't actually do anything. It doesn't win the game. I think we need the pressure here. Just play out the Lotus. Oh, I forgot about this hits us too. Okay, well I just randomly took 5 damage for no reason. That was dumb. That was really, really dumb. I forgot this is symmetrical. Okay. Alright, well that changes things. Wild. Alright, I think they just kill us then. They take all of our lands here. Or maybe they don't. Let me see. Please attack. 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 This could cost us the whole match because of how stupid this was. Yeah. I think we have to just hold this. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we just do this now before they can like play. Oh, they can strip mine themselves now. Forgot. Ugh. I am playing horribly. I should have. I could have just won by casting the Price of Progress on our turn. Ugh. Just comically bad play for me. They can now strip mine themselves. Ah, jeez. Yeah. All I had to do was play Price of Progress on my turn, and we win. Shocking. Green. Okay. Yep. I am not good at this game. Eldrazi Linebreaker, huh? Yeah, we're gonna lose now because of this. They just strip mine themselves. Yep. Seven. No, we don't. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. No, we do. Fuck. We have to block. Ugh. That's so stupid. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So dumb. Got trample. So we just block this guy, I guess. We take 10. Just bad. Okay, well, doesn't matter. Miluxek. We had a bunch of burn spells in our deck, to be fair. That was horrific play for me. That was not how you win Magic the Gathering matches. So just play Price of Progress on your turn before they untap. Okay, here we go. That's so close. Against, I'm tempted to keep this against Notlers. We have his mono white initiative. That's I think that's a reasonable keep. We got the Lithomantic Barrage, one red source, the turn one Vexing Bauble on the play. Um, ugh. I'm gonna mulligan it. All right, we'll keep that. What do we put back though? Let's see what they do here. Force it. Flusterstorm. Okay. What are they playing? Looks like Oath at this point. We don't actually have any artifacts in play right now for the Avalanche, so let's get this on the board. Yeah. Oath. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Play the Razorkin. They're gonna get an Atraxa. Yeah. F6 here. I'm just playing Standard Oath. This is a terrible matchup for us. I think this is probably just unwinnable. We will play out the match. We need them to do something like accidentally play a Mox, then maybe we get a chance. Because they accidentally play some free spells, we get to hit them for 5. They're effectively at 13, but that's taking 2 next turn where they can attack. That's too high. Yeah, well, it took 5 there randomly. That's good for us. All right. Oh, they're gonna get Time Walk. That's gonna kill us. Fair enough. Yeah. We can't stop the life gain. Yeah, they're just gonna gain 7. Nothing we can do about it, unfortunately. Nope, we needed that coin flip to lose. I'd have to go up to 15, which is just too much. Or 14, I guess. Still too much, doesn't matter. Yep. Well, that's bad. Oh, that's not good for us. That means they can play their Mox and enforce at will. Okay, that should close it out. At most, yeah, we can't deal. Even if we have another Price to Progress and they don't have a force, we still are 1 mana, are 1 life short. So they got, yeah, there's only 2 force at wills here, so we can go to next game. Not sure why they're deciding on here. They've won. That Bosiju was really good. He had a small chance before the Bosiju. Okay, aim 2. Um, yeah, we're just, these are bad too. um, all right, let's try that. Sure. Fair enough. Let's see what they got for us. Oath. Nope. Obviously that we drew that. We would have played that on turn 1 if we could have. They got a removal spell. That's a problem. Show and tell. Stock up. Okay. That's pretty good. Show and tell. Flash. Yeah, I should have hit them for 4 in response to the flash. Is that a mistake? Yeah, it was a mistake. Maybe at 9, we hit them for 4. That's 5. Take 1 from Razorkin. That's 4. Yeah, I think maybe I should have hit them with the price of progress at that point. Atraxa, Demonic Tutor, Force of Will, Oath of Druids, Misty Rainforest. I don't think it mattered. They're just going to do the same thing, just get Atraxa and win with the Time Walk. If we would have used this earlier, they'd be at 4. which would give us more of a chance. I think they can still just Demonic Tutor Time Walk, doesn't matter here. Alright. Okay. Yep. I'll scoop the Time Walk. Yeah. Good game. That's a bad matchup for Burn. Okay, here we go. Yes, we will play. One on the second. Just not good enough on one land. Alright. Keep. I just try and draw a second land. Keep the pressure up. Oh, Dredge. Okay. We're dead, doesn't matter. Don't think it's possible for us to win this anymore. It's okay. Yep. Hmm. I think we just pass. Yep. They don't actually take the damage from the draws because they're dredging, which is unfortunate. And then their creeping chills is going to gain them life. We have to wait, did I mess this up? Did they gain life? I'll have to watch the replay. That would be very useful if I had a land. Did I do it in like the wrong order? I think I may have. It's possible. If they die, if we lose with 3 or less life because I did this too early, I will be annoyed for sure. That's probably not going to happen, to be fair. Yeah, because we can hit them for 3. They take 1 on their turn. That brings them to 5. So the 3 life that they gain, because I think what I responded to the before they put it on the stack, I think was our mistake, but we still would have lost. As you can see here, even with that extra 3 life, they still would be at past to their turn. They'd be at 2. So, oh well, it was a bad matchup for us. I think game 1's like quite difficult. Game 2 is also going to be quite difficult. We have a lot of bad cards. And they can gain life. I think all the creeping chill matchups, which is I guess just Dredge, is pretty dire. I mean, we're gonna fight the good fight here, but that was on a mold of 5 from them too, so it wasn't like they had this amazing hand either. I think we just play the cage before they can get other stuff into play. Draw more cards. Mm-hmm. Yep. Get the Zhao down, get some pressure. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're gonna gain life from the chills. That's is what it is. Don't really want to what's it called again? Play the lantern out yet. Mm-hmm. That's fine. I should have played the Vortex first, I guess. That's bad for us. Alright, well, I guess it was meant to be. Guess I should have played the Vortex first. Alright, we're dead. Good game. Alright, so a solid run there. A nice 3-2 finish with a burn in 2026. Can't really ask for more than that. Very, very happy with that result. To be honest, when I decided I was going to play Burn in Vintage, I was, I figured this could be an 0-5, 1-4 kind of league, but 3-2, that was pretty good. I think Price of Progress was an all-star. This was just the value vintage event I played in the middle here. I mean, we lost to Dredge. I think that's just a terrible matchup because like game one is so bad, and we Boarding Graveyard hate game two, but then I think we're still a pretty big underdog. And then same thing with Oath. I think those are two really bad matchups. I think because the Dredge and the Oath matchup are so bad, the deck probably is, I can't really recommend it, but like we were fine into like the combo deck, the Laris PO and some of the creature decks. We were fine into them, which was pretty cool. Um, Obviously against Dredge and Oath, Grafdigger's Cage is huge. So if you are going to play this, definitely for Grafdigger's Cage, for sure. Um, but yeah, otherwise I was pretty happy with the list. I mean, Zhao did some work. I think the card's interesting, for sure, in the shell. Um, I think maybe some sort of like a ancient tomb style deck with it, like a bigger stompy or like a stomp, like less burn, more stompy Voidmere kind of thing could work. Like there's going to be more disenergy there, but I think it's something that could be explored because mono red stompy is like sort of a fringe vintage deck at the moment. You can play it; it's not the worst thing in the world. So might be some exploration there, even though there's some disenergy. Razorkin was quite good. I mean, I think Price to Progress was our all-star. That won us a lot of matches. There should be 4 Price of Progresses in this deck. Roiling Vortex was amazing too. I think 4 Price of Progress, 4 Roiling Vortex for sure. They were excellent. Most of the cards were good. Yeah, if you got any ideas, let me know down below. Remember to like, subscribe, all that. Thanks. See you next time.